Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for the Nintendo DS. I'm SamuraiT-X, I'm Solid Snake. And last time we left off, we did investigate the rest of the Chief's Gant's office, and well, we did find incriminating evidence. Seems he was hiding a piece of the jar, and he was hiding a cloth. And well, the piece of the jar did match the unstable jar we were connecting a few videos back, and the leather cloth that he had, the piece of leather cloth, well, the fingerprints that was on it was actually Emma's, which left me gobsmacked. Now, during the midst of it, we also found a list, and we also found blood by Lana's desk. So a lot of things we found, to be honest, a lot of things. And well, Chief Gant walked in on us while we were investigating, and boy, he kept Emma behind. So, and he kicked us out, being myself and Gumshoe. And well, Gumshoe's been fired, and well, we are in the detention center's visitors room to visit Lana, since we got everything we want now so far. So we just want to talk to her, obviously. And well, the last video was actually my 100th video in this thrilling installment of this game. Yes, it was actually my 100th video. Wow, we've gone through a very long ride, and seems this investigation is coming to a conclusion. So without further ado, let's talk to Lana, shall we?
February 24th, Detention Center's visitors room. Now we're by ourselves because Emma's in for questioning with the police. So now we visit her older sister.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I've finally figured it out. Who it is you're hiding behind those words. Huh? Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Huh? It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Right. Come on and start talking, because I'm getting sick and tired of all these... secrets. Out with it already. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? You pretty much are at this very second. Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. Huh? If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Well, there's only one person, because, well, you've partnered this guy, and he basically put you in the chief prosecutor's position, so you're definitely afraid of this guy. Well, Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about the circumstances? Damon Gant. I thought we got it wrong there for a second. I was about to say, oh crap, I messed up, but nope. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course. These are serious offences.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possible investigated that evidence was
Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also the one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you will need more than just words.
Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. I think it's the evidence list because he ripped it in half and Edgeworth only got half the evidence, so probably the evidence list. I just found this in the safe in the chief's office. This piece of jar and this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing the evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright.
I had to raise my voice there because Phoenix is clearly angry, you know, and he wants to get to a point, so I just had to raise my voice just a little.
It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders.
So presenting the evidence list was right, and either way I think if you presented the unstable jar or the cloth, that still would have been right, but I presented the evidence because that was half of the list, and Chief Gant had it and all, and Edgeworth only got the other half, so yeah, that's the only reason why I presented the evidence list.
It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that.
Oh yes, you can.
3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate.
Orders.
Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You will find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
I'm just saying it in her voice because she's the one explaining it. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes. You were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? Do you mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That will be Edgeworth's knife?
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes, it seems that I forgot the blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Mr. Wow. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have had a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it? In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe?
Right. Then I called my sister. to tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SO9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help.
Howdy, folks. How you doing? I'm Officer Jake Marshall. I'm kidding. I could never do a cowboy voice, but I try. Right, maybe I should do cowboy dialogue one day. Actually, maybe.
He was the only other person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Officer Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial.
There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago.
Wow, this is really strange.
It is, and it's gonna come down to the wire in court, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's been a fun ride, but that is, in fact, the very last investigation of this game. Words can't describe how much I enjoyed investigating this game and playing this game. This game's had a phenomenal story. Every case has had a great story. I'm not gonna break it down now. I'll do that when I finish this game. But yes, it's been a fun ride. So when we come back, folks, we will enter the courtroom for one last time. Until then, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.